Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I actually do have like another video on my channel, but I made that video I think like 2 years ago, and I was just like playing around with some ideas, and the vlog was literally 2 minutes long, guys. It was 2 minutes long, and it took me so long to like edit those 2 minutes. And then 2 years went by and I haven't posted. I don't know if I can say this, but I was using my work phone at the time. My personal phone at the time was my Huawei P40 Lite, guys. That at that point I probably had for like, oh my gosh, for like 5 years. Guys, that was my baby. That was one of my very first big purchases when I started working. When I did my first video, I had recorded it on the work phone, and the work phone was an iPhone, and I edited it also on the phone, and it took me so long. Like that 2 minute video, when I posted that 2 minute video, like a lot of my friends and family and everyone who viewed the video was just like, girl, are you serious? Only 2 minutes? And I'm like, guys, if only you knew how long those 2 minutes took me, you would not be complaining. So those were some of the reasons as to why I haven't really been active on my channel for almost 2 years. But now we're in a new era. New era is me being in my own place, guys. I'm finally in my own place. Living in house shares since I moved to the UK. And I'm finally in my own place. And yeah, let's talk about it. I've only been living in my own place for like a week. At least by the time I'm recording this video, it's been a week. My place is still a hot mess, guys. Like, yeah, I haven't unpacked. I moved in on a Saturday. On the Sunday, I was just so knackered. I couldn't like do anything on the Sunday. So I was gonna start unpacking from like the beginning of the new week. And then tell me why the Monday I wake up. What the flu? Flu literally took me out for like half of the week. I think I only started recovering or feeling a lot better from like Thursday. So I was literally sick for like 3 days. I've just been living out of bags and boxes, but today is the day that I'm going to unpack everything. So I've moved into my own place, and yeah, I just thought, I'll do like a little sit down and talk about it to y'all. But it's been it's been like an exciting but also very anxious and also very stressful. And also moving in was, oh my gosh, the day that I moved in was very stressful. There was just a lot of like disorganization, a lot of like miscommunication and stuff, which did lead to a lot of like inefficiencies and a lot of like money being wasted. My move-in day was not the greatest, but we are here and we are almost settled. And I've also been creating like little Pinterest boards about how I want to decorate my place, but I don't want to buy too many things because I'm planning to have like a housewarming. So I'm just like, if I'm gonna buy everything, then what are people gonna bring? I'm not gonna have a housewarming and then people come without any gifts. You must come with a gift, guys. In order to enter, you need a gift. That's the entry. One gift, one entry, basically. I'm not in a rush to decorate my place. I've just been buying a lot of the essentials. I got so used to like living in a house share. For people who aren't familiar with house shares, I think particularly outside of the UK, house share is basically like where you share a house with like other people. You have your own room, and sometimes you'll have your own bathroom if you've opted for an ensuite room. And then you just share like the communal spaces with like the people that you live with. And yes, the people are strangers, you don't know those people. You just move into a house and then sometimes you find people there, or sometimes people find you there. But everyone is strangers at the end of the day. And at the house shares, they usually have everything already, and that's why a house share is a really good option if you are just like getting on your feet. You can't really afford to live on your own yet and things like that. House share is a good option for that because everything is included in the rent. All the bills and everything are already covered in the rent amount, so it's a considerably cheaper option. But then also a lot of the extras are already there. So stuff like cutlery, you have stuff like bowls and plates and pots sometimes. Most recent house share, I love that they even had like pots that we could use, that everyone could use. We all had our own pots as well, but then there was also the pots that was part of the house. They would also give us like cleaning stuff, like they would top up on like dishwashing liquid, they would top up on refuse bags, they would top up on like hand washers and just things like that. So like a lot of stuff we didn't have to buy. When you would move into a room, they would also give you like, you know, some extras. But this is specific to my previous house share, guys. Like the very first house share I lived in, there was none of this. Let me not even get into the first house share I lived in. I don't even know how I lived there for so long. It was the bits. And then when I moved to my own place, it like slipped my mind that I don't have any of these things. And I was just like, oh crap, I don't have a microwave anymore, I don't have a kettle, I don't have a toaster, I don't have a toilet brush. So I basically had to buy all of those things. Also, I've opted to move into a furnished place instead of unfurnished. So you do get the option of furnished and unfurnished. When I was back in SA, so I do just want to say it's not my first apartment in my life. It's my first apartment in the UK. So I did have my own place back in SA before I moved over. I'm not really too keen on an unfurnished place because things are just expensive here, guys. Things are just very expensive. But also I was just like, you know, I'm just a very nomadic person. I just can't stay in one place for too long, guys. I don't know when I became this person. And as soon as I moved out of my parents' house, guys, I've just been floating around. So I do live a very nomadic life. So I do move quite a lot. Also, like at this point in time, I don't know what the future holds for me in the UK. If I'm gonna stay a long term, move somewhere else, if I'm gonna move home. So I've been in the UK now for 3 years. But like I said, I don't know what the future holds. So I'm just like, you know, if tomorrow I wake up and I feel like I wanna go back home, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore, then I don't want to have too many things, you know. And I just absolutely love this place. When I saw this place, immediately it was one of my top picks. When I came and I looked at it, I really liked it. I liked the layout, you know. I was like, okay, the space is not as much in terms of storage, not like the space of the place, like the storage specifically. But I was like, okay, in terms of storage, the storage is a bit more minimal. I was like, you know, we can make it work. You know, it has an ample amount of space, and I'm just one person, you know. And I think the less space I have, the less compelled I would feel to buy a lot of stuff, because I'm actually trying to downsize now as well. Because yo, when I was packing, hey, one of my new era resolutions living in my new place is to, number one, throw empty stuff away, because I don't know why I harbor empty stuff, like the amount of empty like perfume bottles that I had and the amount of empty boxes and just empty containers and stuff. I was just like, go, why do you harbor these things? Another thing, I'm just gonna try and put things where I can see them, just have a look-see before I do shopping to buy stuff, and make sure like if I still have certain things, because I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna work. I'm still getting used to it. It's very quiet. Obviously I'm used to living with people, but I was very keen to move out on my own, because yeah, no, I think now that I'm getting older and stuff, the need for my own space just became more and more like intense. I'm a very introverted person, and living with extroverted people is a lot at times. So there are times where I just need to be on my own and just be with my thoughts and stuff, and you can't really do that in a house share. Like, yes, you can be in your room, but you have to eat at some point. Yeah, besides that, I just need my own space. I was just like, you know, like I said, as I was getting older, just the need for my own space just became much more intense. So I was just like, yeah, no, I need to get my own space. Guys, one thing about me is I enjoy my own company. I love me some me. Like, I enjoy my own company, so that's not a problem. I think it's just like getting used to the quiet, because I was telling my friends yesterday, I'm like, guys, I'm so paranoid. I'll be hearing all kinds of sounds, you know, those sounds that like homes make, just like home sounds. Like, a lot of people have told me you do get used to it, you know, the silence and all of that. So I'm just gonna give it a bit of time, but I've been enjoying it. That's just a little bit about me moving into my new place. If there's anything specifically you guys would like me to touch on in terms of like moving to your own apartment, or like moving into your first apartment, let me know. But I did just want to say hey and welcome to this new era. The videos are going to be obviously more interesting going forward. The videos are going to be more specific going forward, and I just want my channel to just be a one-stop shop for all your expat needs. So my channel is going to be more expat focused, and then maybe, you know, just sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle things here and there. So if you did like this video, please like, comment, you know, share with your peeps, with your friends and your family, your pets, whoever, your colleagues. Tell them to tune in, and yeah, thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well. And that's all from me, guys. Bye.